and welcome to our Power Moves exercise video. Happy 3rd anniversary for those of you who've been attending for 3 full years now. What we're going to do today is something that looks very similar to a class but maybe doesn't include all of the pieces. We don't have room to do overground walking, but I will demonstrate how to do some of the things if you have space in your house. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. This is not on your exercise sheet, but the main exercises will be. So let's start with heels and toes. We're just going to lift heels up, lift toes up, back and forth. Try to lift as high as you can in each direction. As we go along today, we'll be adding things like breath and hand flicks and big motions, fast movements, activation. So I'll point out each one of those things as we go. The other thing that you can practice to do in your home is being loud, counting out loud each thing that you're doing. Now let's do toes together, toes apart. Try to keep your knees right where they are. Don't let them move together and apart, just the front part of your foot. And now hold your toes where they are and lift your heels up high. Bring them together in the center, lift them up high and back out to the sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, put your thumbs inside your fingers and make a fist. Reach your hands out and just make circles with your wrists. This is a nice stretch for those of you who do a lot of typing or sewing or work with your hands. And then reverse your direction. Try to feel the stretch across the muscles in your forearms. We can do flicks. We'll do 10. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can also do our finger exercises, bringing fingers closer together and then stretching them out. Trying to move through each of the joints in your fingers. Let's do a little bit of eye work. We're going to look at the camera and move our head. So you can put your hand in front, focus on your thumb, and keep your eyeballs on your thumb, but turn your head from side to side. We can do the opposite, keeping our head where it is, and move our thumb from side to side, but keep our eyes moving with it. We can do the same going up and down. You might want to switch arms if your right arm's getting tired. Hold your left thumb up and keep your thumb where it is. Keep your eyes on your thumb, but nod your head up and down. And now we'll do the opposite. Keep your head where it is. Move your thumb and track with your eyes. All right, now let's do some power moves. We're going to do the first one of each set slowly to activate and breathe and really stretch into it. After that, we'll move a little bit faster and count out loud. So first one, legs apart, reach your chest forward, stretch down as far as you can that is comfortable, and then reach up and out, lift your chest up high and reach your fingertips back as far as you can. As we start to move, we're going to try to breathe with our movement. So we're going to exhale as we come down and inhale as we come back up. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, next exercise we're going to do is reaching. So we're going to put your right elbow on your right knee, extend your left leg out, and reach up with your left hand. Big, wide open fingers. Take a big, deep breath in. We'll take one more. And on the next inhale, we'll come back to center. Other side, left elbow on left knee. Reach your right hand up and right leg out. Open those fingers wide and look up to your fingertips. Deep breath in. And again. And with this one, inhale and come back to center. We're going to move with this one. Exhale and reach. Inhale back to center. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to try it reaching down, you can try that one by reaching your hand all the way to the ground rather than putting your elbow on your knee. Big inhale to come to center, and then reach to the ground here and back up. Next, let's do twisting. We're going to do arms reaching out all the way. Pretend like your arms are touching the wall behind you, and you don't want to move one arm until the other one has returned to the wall. So let's do first an activation. Pull your left arm all the way around to the right and stretch and hold. And then back to center. And then right arm all the way around to left. Stretch and hold. And back to center. And let's move with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, last one in this series is stepping. We're going to step with our right leg all the way around the corner of your chair. Pick it up high, lift all the way around. Pick your left one up, all the way around. Back to center, picking up high in between. Off to the left. Back to center. And that's 1. We probably won't do 10 full rotations of this one. Let's go with center, left, and there's 1. Right, center, left, there's 2. Right, center, left, there's 3. Right, center, left, that's 4. Right, center, left, there's 5. Other things that we can do that work on getting our legs up and around the corner from off of a bench or out of a booth at a restaurant or out of a chair on a corner can involve using our arms. So one that you'll recognize is reaching your arms out. We can do arm and leg on the same side at the same time. You can reach out and back, and then left and back, right, left, right, left, one more, right, and left. And now is the fun part when we do opposites. We're going to do left arm and right leg at the same time. Bring them back in. Clapping in the center helps us to recognize it's time to go to the other side with our arm. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And stop. Now for the standing part. We're going to first go through each one of the exercises in standing, and then I'll show you how to adapt it for walking over ground. Let's start with power up. Reach your hips back. Try not to let your knees go over your toes, but instead keep the weight through your heels. Reach your arms forward And then as you stand, reach out and lift your chest up. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ways that you can adapt this are you can do a slow set and then you can go back and do a faster set. You can also do more repetitions if you want to work on endurance. Second one is reaching. Put your feet a little bit further apart. You're going to have them about shoulder width, and we're going to be shifting our weight, lifting our heel, reaching up high with your right hand and down low with your left hand. If you want an added challenge, you can look up at the lifted hand. And then we'll go to the other side, reaching up, lift your heel, look up at your fingers, and keep hands open wide. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want to make it harder and have an added balance challenge, you can lift the unweighted foot if you'd like by reaching and then doing a little lift here. And then reaching the other side with a little lift here. All right, let's move on to twisting. Arms open wide, just as in seated. Try not to move one arm until the other one has returned to its original position. You can pretend like your arms are back touching against the wall. We're going to reach one arm all the way across with a big reach to activate and stretch. Open up really wide. Reach the other arm all the way across. Open up, and now we'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now let's do stepping. We're going to step to the side. Pretend like you have a small thing to step over. Small cat, small dog, mud puddle, something. We're going to lift your knee up high, step over, reach, and then you can add looking at those fingertips. When you come back, pick that leg back up over that puddle. And then to the left, pick it up, reach and look, pick it back up to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other ways you can challenge yourself stepping are forward and backward. To go forward, it's very much like going sideways. You're going to lift up high, step forward, and reach out. Lift that leg up as you come back and bring your hands in. Other side, reach out, lift the knee, and come back. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Last one is backwards. When we go backwards, we're going to take a step back with your right foot, bend forward at the waist, lift your left foot from the front. Keep your heel on the ground, keep your spine long, and you can reach backwards, or if you're using a chair in front, you can hold onto the chair for balance. Come back up other side, stepping backward, trunk comes forward, front foot lifts up, and then return to front. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, how can we take those same things and do them moving over ground? So for our first one, we can March and lift your knee high and reach your arm up high. You can make that harder by staying on your foot and going a little slower and holding, practicing your balance. We can move sideways, stepping, reaching, and coming together, lifting that knee high each time, and then going back the other direction. We can go backwards. You can stay upright, moving backwards, and reach one foot back behind you. You can also do it like we do the backward step. You can step back, reach up, and then step back and reach. So just moving while you do the same exercise that we did standing still. Two other ways that you can move forward and backward are using your arms. Lift your arms up high, take your step forward, bring your arms down on the same side as your front leg. Return to start, and arms go down by your left leg. By lifting our arms up, it helps us to keep our chest lifted and improves our posture. If we were to do the same thing backwards, we would step back and bring our arms down to the same front leg again. Lift up, step back. Lift up, step back. We have also done swinging our arms, moving forward, backward, and twisting a little bit. So forward walking, just reaching arms as long as you can, getting your heel out in front. If we want to add a twist, we can step and then twist toward the front leg, come back to center, step and twist toward the front leg, and back to center. The same can be done backwards. Backward step and turn, backward step and turn. Other things that you can do moving over ground are a reaching exercise. You can step and reach, come back to center, step and reach, step and reach, step and reach. Those are just some ideas about what you can do for standing. You can take any of the motions that we do in seated or in standing and apply them to moving over ground. Just remember to keep things really big, larger amplitude than what you would normally use in your daily life, and make sure that you're doing it in a place where you're safe. Okay, now for some things that we do on the floor. Let's start on our bellies, called prone on your sheet. And there's a couple of ways we can do our power up. Sometimes we do it with our hands in front and our elbows out, and we press through our hands and rotate our elbows under, and then lower back down. With this one, it's inhale as you come up, and exhale as you lower. Other ways you can do the same exercise is by keeping your arms out kind of in a goalpost position or cactus position, and just press up with your inhale and lower down with your exhale. Finally, the last way you can do it is put your hands underneath your shoulders, and you can inhale and press up and exhale and lower down. You can choose which one you like. I'm going to do the first one here. Inhale and lift, exhale and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With that one, you want to make sure you always get your chest lifted, but keep your neck really long. All right, now we're going to do our rocking exercise. We're going to rock from right to left, and we're going to reach across and do a big flick with our hand and follow our hand with our gaze. So we'll reach across, flick, and look at the hand. Other side, reach across, flick, and look at your hand. Allow yourself to rock from side to side while you do this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do our stepping one next. Oftentimes we don't do this one in class because our mats are so narrow, but if you're doing it at home, you probably have space to do it. When you're in this position, we want to make sure that you don't sink away and have your neck go into your shell like a turtle, but instead push strong through your shoulder blades and pull your tummy in. To do our stepping exercise, we're going to lift up one elbow, bring your forearm to the side, and lift the other one up to match it. And then we'll come back to the middle, and then we'll go over to the other side, and then back to the middle. So again, trying to transition or move from space to space by lifting our arms up. Middle, right, middle, that's 1, left, middle, right, center, that's 2. We can add a reach across, middle, right, reach across, middle, left and reach, right, left and reach. If you have a narrower space, you can leave out the middle and just do right to left. We can lift up and go to the right, and then lift up and come to the left. And then back to the middle and lower back down. If you've spent a lot of time on your stomach doing exercises, it might feel good for you to stretch all the way back into a child's pose and stretch out your low back. Next, we're going to set up for our twisting exercise. First, you're going to lie on your right side, arms outstretched. If you have a pillow, you can put your head on a pillow, or a yoga block works, or a towel sometimes is helpful. You're going to keep your bottom leg bent, or bottom leg straight, top leg bent. So left knee is up, just across from my hip. For my first one, I'm going to take a big breath in and reach my left arm up to the ceiling. And then I'm going to exhale and lower my arm, reaching my shoulder blade toward the ground. Our ultimate goal is to get both shoulder blades onto the ground while this knee stays on the ground as well. Then I'm going to turn and look toward my left hand. I'm going to take another deep breath in and grow long through my spine. Exhale and twist a little bit deeper. One more breath. Exhale, try to go a little bit further. And then we'll inhale and come all the way back. Now we'll move. We'll exhale and inhale to return. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can roll over to do the other side. I'm going to flip around so that I can look at you while you're doing your other side. Arms stretched out in front. Top leg is bent. Bottom leg is straight. Reach your right arm up in the air. Exhale, reach it toward the opposite direction. Try to get that shoulder blade flat on the ground. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper and start to look at your left hand, your right hand. Inhale, grow long. Exhale and twist. Inhale, all the way back around, and now we'll move and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, let's roll over onto your back. Let's do our favorite to start, or one of them. Just let your knees rock from side to side. If you put your arms out to your sides, that will keep your shoulder blades flat, and only rock as far as you can without your shoulder blades coming up off the ground. Let's stretch your legs out long. Bring your arms down by your sides, and we're going to reach. When we reach, we're going to press through the heel on the opposite side that we're reaching toward. So if I'm reaching to my left, I'm going to press through my right leg and reach with my right arm, flick, looking at my wide open fingers. My hip on the right side is lifted up. When I go to the other side, I'm going to roll across my shoulders, press my left heel into the ground, and reach my left hand over to the right. And then back down. If we count and move, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's bring your legs back together, and let's do the one where we take an inhale and lift our chest. So, hands down on the ground, legs extended, body relaxed. We're going to inhale and press through the back of your head and lift your chest up. So, big inhale here, exhale, and return to the floor. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Twisting when we're lying on our back can be done a couple of ways. One way is having our knees go from side to side like we started with. The other way is to extend your arms out to your sides like a big T, widen your feet just a little bit, and from here we're going to just reach our right arm over to our left. This looks just like standing, only now we're lying on the ground, so you can easily feel that both arms have returned to start before you lift the other side. And back open. So we go 1, 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale to center, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's bring our knees and our feet back up and get ready to do some bridging. The bridging on your sheet also involves stepping. We're going to do bridging a couple of ways. I like the segmental bridging to help improve your spinal mobility. So let's start with that one. We're going to take a big inhale, flatten your back and lift your tailbone, and then peel your spine up one vertebra at a time until you get all the way lifted. Inhale at the top, and exhale as you lower back down. Take another breath in. Exhale, flatten your back, lift your tailbone, and peel through your spine as you lift. Inhale at the top. Exhale, and lower back down. Try to keep your collarbones wide and keep your shoulder blades flat on the ground. The other way that we've practiced bridging is by hinging at our hips. Let's do that one next. Take your breath in, squeeze your sits bones together, and lift straight up. Sometimes we start from this position and lower and tap and lift again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and sometimes we start up here and only lower an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All are good, they're just different. Now the stepping exercise starts with the bridging position, so we're going to just hinge up to the top of a bridge, and then we're going to step our feet off to the left. Big step, lift those knees, back to the center, off to the right, back to the center, and then lower down. We'll lift again and repeat to the left, center, right, center, and lower down. Lift, left, center, right, center, lower, and lift, left, center, right, center, lower. Let's do one more round. Lift, left, center, right, center, and lower, and rest. Other things we can do in this position that help us to extend through the front of our hips and to use our gluteal muscles is to lift up into our bridge and march in place. Lift up, lower down. We can be loud, or we can do it very, very softly. And then lower all the way down. And our last position to work in is our hands and knees. You can also do the exercises with your hands on the chair. I'll go through them first on your hands and knees, and then I'll repeat them using the chair. So roll over to your hands and knees. And let's start by warming up our spine a little bit with a little cat and cow. If we inhale and look up and dip our spine, have our belly go toward the floor, and then exhale and round our spine, let your head really relax. Pull your tummy in and try to push your low back up higher. Inhale, lift, exhale, round. And then we can find neutral, a good starting position. So our first one, we're going to do shifting our weight from forward to backward. You might want to bring your hands a little bit further in front. We're going to inhale, lift your chest and look forward. Exhale, push all the way back to your hips. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, let's do our power up. Bring your hands a little bit closer to you. We're going to reach down and then lift all the way up and reach arms out, fingers wide. So down and lift up. There's 1, 2, exhale down, inhale 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go back to our hands and knees and do our twisting exercise. We're going to start by Exhaling your left arm under your right and bringing your ear close to the floor or even touching the floor. Then we're going to inhale and look up as you reach that hand toward the ceiling. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, reach your right arm under your left, ear toward the ground, and exhale. Inhale and lift up. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And back down. Next, we're going to do stepping. You're going to reach your hips back toward your heels, and as you rock forward, you'll have momentum to bring your right foot up toward your right hand. I like to lean into this and have a little stretch before we start to move. Take a couple of breaths in this position. And then on your next inhale, lift that leg up and put it back. Left side comes up, stretch into it. And lift up and bring back. And now when we move, don't forget to shift your weight back to your heels to give you the momentum you need to bring that knee up. Go 1, pick it up and back, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Another variation that you can do with this one is as you bring your right foot forward, then you can add in a power up at the same time. Hands back down, leg back, shift back, left leg up, and reach out. And back down. You can do that one next time, or we can do it that way when we get the chair out. All right, you can skip this part if you've already done all 4s, or you can just do 2 sections of it and do 1 with the chair. If you like doing it with the chair and not doing it on your hands and knees, then next time skip that part and come straight to this one. We'll start with power up, so reaching down and out. 2, 3, find something out in the distance that you can focus on each time you come up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now for rocking, we're going to bring our hips toward the chair and lift your chest up. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you reach your hips back. Inhale and lift. Exhale and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now we'll do the twisting. It's very much like it was on the floor, only this time you'll bring your ear toward the chair instead of toward the floor. Take my right hand, reach it under my left, ear toward the chair, and lift up. Reach through and lift. Exhale, inhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, reach your left arm under your right, ear toward your chair. Inhale and reach up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And back down. Last, we're going to do stepping. We can do stepping, reaching hips back, step forward, back, and then left and forward. Or we can add reaching arms out, which is nice to do when you're using the chair. And reach back. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand up whichever way works best for you. Using the chair is always a nice way to finish so that it makes standing up a little bit easier. Let's take a couple of breaths to finish together. Inhale and reach up high. You can come up on your toes if you like. And exhale down. And again. Last one. Thanks, and hope to see you for another 3 years.